Have you looked at the housing market recently? Well, maybe not. You're probably not looking for a new home right now. So let me tell you about it. Real estate professionals are not sure what's going to happen to the real estate market in this economic crisis. The inventory of homes for sale had already been getting small, and prices were going up faster than inflation. It was good news if you wanted to sell, but not very good if you wanted to buy. But now, with lots of people laid off, and it's going to take a while for businesses to get back up to speed, there are a lot fewer people looking for houses. That might give buyers more negotiating leverage, and prices could go down. It's too early to tell how it's really going to play out. But I would like to tell you about a wonderful real estate deal that's in the works for all of us. Paul tells us about it in 2 Corinthians chapter 5. But first, we need to start with a little context. At the end of chapter 4, Paul talks about how our bodies are weak and degenerating, so we need to focus on God's promises, even though we can't see them. Our bodies are like jars of clay. In chapter 5, verse 1, he uses a different metaphor, calling our bodies a tent, a temporary house. For we know that if the earthly tent we live in, our body, is destroyed, we have a building from God, an eternal house in heaven, not built by human. First Peter uses a similar metaphor when it says, we have a house kept in heaven for us. Jesus has prepared a place for us. It's now in heaven, but as we learn in the book of Revelation, heaven will eventually come to earth. Earth will become heavenly. It'll be the best neighborhood possible where all the rich and famous live. The important thing here is that this dwelling place will be eternal. Unlike our bodies right now, the new house will be incorruptible, imperishable, and glorious. But in the meantime, verse 2 says, we groan, longing to be clothed instead with our heavenly dwelling, because when we are clothed, we will not be found naked. We won't be disembodied spirits floating out in space somewhere. We won't be homeless. We won't be naked souls, as it were. Our souls will have heavenly bodies to live in. Verse 4, but while we are in this tent, in this mortal body, we groan and are burdened, because we do not wish to be unclothed, but to be clothed instead with our heavenly dwelling, so that what is mortal may be swallowed up by life. Yes, the more we experience the difficulties of this life, the more we'd really like to have that new and glorious body that God has promised us. We don't want to be homeless, but to have that brand new house built just for us. Verse 5, now the one who has fashioned us for this very purpose is God, who has given us the Spirit as a deposit, guaranteeing what is to come. The best news about this mansion is that it's already ours. God has given the down payment. Jesus has paid the price. All we have to do is get ready to move in.